Hello everybody, welcome to TradeScope. My name is Luis Garcia. I am a part-time trader, and this is my weekly recap where we talk about all of the stocks that I've been trading recently. Before I get started, I have to tell you that this video is for educational purposes only and is not meant to be taken as financial advice. Now, I want to get started because this was a really interesting week, had a great start to my year so far. So let's start off with the infamous FUBO. So what happened with FUBO this week? First of all, let me just explain where my positioning was before we talk about what happened with FUBO this week. So I'll get out my doodle pen here, set the right color. So I had gotten into FUBO right around this level here. It was about the 186 level. It consolidated in this range for a while. I was in it for a couple months and I kind of averaged down here and there. So I think when all was said and done, my position was about 1750 shares with a cost basis of around $1.66, if I remember correctly. Now, with that explained, let's talk about what happened this week with FUBO. So this week, FUBO announces some sort of deal with Disney. I think Hulu was involved too. Maybe I'm just imagining that. Let's go read one of the headlines. I guess we can go a few days down. Let's see. Here it is. Disney Hulu plus live TV deal creates a YouTube TV rival. So it seems like Disney and Hulu Live are teaming up along with FUBO to try to take down the YouTube's YouTube Live, because YouTube has really a great sports offering. They offer, I think, the NFL package and the NBA package, which is like every game for the season, something like that. But FUBO has also been a player in the live sports market for a while now, right? That's what's driven a lot of the speculation, I think, on the stock. So basically, I think it was Monday. What day was this? Let's get the crosshair out. So that was the 6th. The 6th was Monday. Yes. So on Monday, FUBO announces this deal that they're going to team up with Disney and Hulu to offer a better sports package. And the stock just absolutely rips. I think it was like 200% it was up during pre-market. Ripped for 2 days too, right? It hit this high of what was it, 645, and I was in it at 166. So I had an automatic order. So here is the love-hate thing about automatic orders. There's pros and cons to them. I'll get my doodle back out. So this rips up to $4. Right, a high of $5.30 on Monday. It opened at around $3.98. So I had an order that was good till canceled, and the order went. I believe I had it at I think it was like at $1.96 or something. I was only looking for like 30 cents out of this thing because it had been consolidating for so long. I wasn't expecting news like this. I was just trying to get out with a decent, a few $100s worth of profit. So I had this order out. It was a good till canceled. So the thing about good till canceled orders, at least with E-Trade, is that they do not execute during pre-market or during after hours trading. So that means that as soon as the market opened, my automatic order went through at the best price that E-Trade could fill me at, which happened to be $3.80. So that was still a $2 gain and then some on a $1,750 position. So I ended up making around 3.7K on this trade, which was a huge profit for me. I haven't had a profit like that. Just to give you perspective, I think my largest profit last year on a single trade was about $2,400. And so this one is the largest profit I've had in over a year, and I'm really excited about that. And I think it sets me up really well for the rest of the year, at least for the rest of January. Seems like the market's going to continue to be hot in January. I think that's in big part due to the Republicans having the House and the Senate, and obviously a Republican president coming into the White House. So that's kind of where I'm at as far as my portfolio is concerned. Again, I'm really happy with this win. It was more than I could have asked for FUBO. If you've been following the channel, you know that I've been lamenting my position in FUBO and just really looking for an exit. So that's it for FUBO. I also want to talk about INTZ. I went over this stock last week on my channel. So INTZ, this has been a whippy one. Let's see if I can get my doodle pen out here. So if you recall, it gapped up here last week, 2 weeks ago now, and then gapped up again the next day. Saw this huge continuation. I traded it a little bit on this day, just some day trade momentum trading, and then as I started to see it fall the next couple days, I kept my eye on it, and I kind of started to accumulate a position. I continued to accumulate a position on this fall this week, and then we got this pop on Friday. And so this pop is exactly what I've been looking for. You know, if you look at the volume profile, you see big volume, little bit of volume, and then you can see the volume starting to come back in as this just touches the 200 moving average, and Friday gets this pop. So I know this thing has, I think, around 37% short interest, or 30% short interest. It's somewhere in that range, 20 to 30% short interest. Low float stock. They mentioned some offerings. I still have yet to check to see if there's a shelf offering where they can offer more, but it seems like they've been trickling out offerings instead of offering them in one big lump sum. So that's something I'm always interested in with momentum stocks like this, because it means that they, at least in my experience, it seems like what they're doing is they're waiting for a bigger pop before they offer any more shares onto the market as a reverse split. And you can see they've done a reverse split back in, what was this? March of 2024. This was a 0.05 split, meaning it was a 20 to 1. So they diluted 20 to 1. And so far, I don't see signs of a large split just yet. But I do expect it at some point. So just want to kind of go back in time to see what was going on. Nothing really spectacular was going on with the technicals at that time. But here's a big deal because, sorry for that. Here's a big deal because not only has it broken the 200, as well as brought the VWAP, the 5, and the 10 with it across the 200, but it's also held that level. And now it's actually rebounded from that level, so it's treating that level as somewhat of a resistance, this level right there. And that's a pretty big deal. So like I said, I'm waiting to see if Monday, if this will kind of shoot up some more. I currently have, I believe it's a 450. That's roughly my, that's roughly my average on it. Let me see if I can get a better tool to show you. Yeah, so my average is right about there. And obviously, depending on how it performs, I might continue to average into it to just build my position. But what I'm looking for really is maybe a 50 cent to $1 move. So if it goes to $5 or $5.50, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm also going to probably keep my eye out for something larger, like a move up to take out the high of this move, which is $7.50, and then the next move higher would be $10, basically. That would be the next psychological resistance up here. And you might say, Lewis, why do you think it's going to go that high? Well, it might not, but for one, the previous highs, the previous rejection points, resistance points have been $5. You can see that topping tail there, have been $7.50. See that topping tail there. And so then the next logical point, I think, would be the $10 mark, which is right there. And you can see on the chart, maybe it's better to see it on the weekly, but we'll just see it right here real quick. It was just about $12.50 was the high of the previous spike it had, right? And that was before the split. So multiply that by 20, that's 125, 250 bucks from here. But I don't think it's going to get that high. But yeah, that's the pre-split price. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, is psychological resistance levels of $2.50 gaps, which would be nice because that would potentially give me a good profit on this. I currently have 1,750 shares at $4.50. So every dollar of profit is roughly $1,750 of profit. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.